Hi guys, so today I'm going to be going through the books that I read in March and also the ones that I plan to read in April. I had an alright month for March. I read about 8 books, which is pretty good considering I was, I had a couple of weeks of exams and everything, which is really stressful, but I'm able to procrastinate really well and read like 2 books during exam week. So the theme for March was rereads, rereading really awesome books that I loved. So first was, of course, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Kind of in preparation for the movie, but also just because I loved it so much, and it was still incredibly awesome. So like I've said like a billion times now, I will get around to doing a video review of this soon. I've got a lot of other ones to do as well. Of course, still 5 stars for this one. Alanna the First Adventure by Tamora. This, I really loved it still. It was a really quick and easy read because it's really small. And it was a fun book. I had forgotten so many things that happened in this book. I had no idea what had happened. Everything was like, it was like reading it again, apart from maybe the beginning and a couple of other things. But apart from that, I could not remember anything at all. It was good. I really liked it. And I'm pretty sure I gave this a 5-star rating on Goodreads as well. I also read Goddessinterrupted by Aimee. This is the sequel to the Goddess Test, and I loved it. I really did. I'm so loving this Greek mythology thing. It was awesome. I'd give this one about 4.5, maybe 5. Need to think about it a bit more. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. But I'll be doing the review for that one soon. Again, I'll be getting around to it soonish. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was amazing, beautiful. I love this so much. And I've never read anything about a circus before, and this one was just so magical, and oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Beautiful. I recommend you read this book. It is awesome. Obviously 5 stars. I also reread Divergent by Veronica Roth because Insurgent is coming out in May, and I'm really freaking pumped. That's my most anticipated book for this year. I cannot wait for Insurgent. Still amazing the second time round. Whizzed through it even though it's one pretty thick book. And of course 5 stars again. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This was awesome. I mean, come on, retelling of Cinder but with cyborgs and androids and robots, and it was my god, after I finished reading it I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I was just like, oh. It smells pretty good too. I have to wait till next year for the next book. This was awesome. So good. I love this book so much. Of course, 5 stars. But I Love Him by Amanda Grace. This one was a pretty emotional read for me. It's about this girl who's in an abusive relationship. I found myself crying so many times in this book. Pretty rough read. It was really good though, and I like that it was like reverse order. I thought that was really interesting, as you can kind of see like how things happened the opposite way, and instead of kind of guessing what's happening next, you're kind of like, oh, you know what the big thing is, but what caused it. I thought it was a really interesting way to kind of format the book. I haven't rated it. I'd say about a 4 stars, 4.5. It was really good. And the last book I read in March was Blood Red Road by Moira. This was amazing. So good. Oh my goodness, I loved it so much. Woo. It's really funny writing though. Like, spellings of some of the words is weird. And is Anne, and just is jest, and can't is can't. I don't know, it's kind of confusing at some points. It kind of took me a while to really get used to it at the start. I kind of read it kind of slow the first few pages to kind of get into the writing style and understand it easier. And then the speech doesn't have quotation marks. So that kind of confused me sometimes because I didn't know if anyone was talking or not. But yeah, apart from that, it was an absolutely amazing read. I'd give this 5 out of 5 stars. Hands down, this was so good. So much action, and oh my goodness. Oh, it was so good. So yeah, I had a really good month in March. I loved so many of the books that I read. It was awesome. So awesome. Now on to my April TBR. So for this month, I've decided to do kind of lovey-dovey romance. So for this month I picked out 5 books. I usually go for about 3 or 4, but I've got quite a few books that kind of fall into this category. One Day by David Nicholls. I've already read this and I've watched the movie and I quite enjoyed it. It was a bit of a long read because the writing is really tiny. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I found myself unable to really put it down. It wasn't like thrilling, like not a huge amount happen, but just like the struggles between these two people. Oh, it was really good. Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and yes, I have already started and I'm really not very far in at all. I'm quite liking it so far, looking to see where this one goes. And I really love like the chapter headings. They're like with like the birds and everything. Oh, birds are pretty, but actually no, I hate real life birds. I swear to God, I am one massive target. You have no idea how many times I've been shat on by a bird, and also my car. My car is a freaking target now. What the hell? But I don't even find it embarrassing anymore when I've got shit in my hair, because it has happened so many times. I'm used to it. That is not right. You shouldn't be used to having birds pooing on your hair. Okay, calm down. Torturous memories. No, but seriously, I think like non-real birds are pretty. See, I've got a couple of birds up there on my wall. I'm also planning to read Perfect Chemistry by Simone Elkeles. Heather over at Heather's Book Review has raved to me about Simone Elkeles and really loves her. One of her favourite authors, I'm pretty sure. So I'm really, really excited to get into this book. This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. I'm finally getting around to reading this. This was the first book that was on my wish list when I started getting back into reading again, year or two ago, and I only recently bought it a couple of months ago and I'm only just getting to read it now. And finally, The Catastrophic History of You and Me. Just got this one in March. I'm really intrigued by the premise, so I'm quite excited to read this. So those are all the books that I plan on reading for April. Yeah, I would love to hear what you guys read in March and what you are hoping to read in April, so comment, video response, I don't care. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Bye. Oh my god, so many text messages. I'm doing a video. Okay.